Imagine for a moment that, throughout your journey, there are people observing your every move, not with admiration but with a kind of fear disguised as skepticism. They have tried in every possible way to discourage you, eagerly waiting for the moment when you would give up, when your light would finally dim. But what they don't know, chosen one, is that you didn't come into this world to give up. Every challenge, every obstacle placed in your path only strengthens your roots, deepening them even further into the fertile soil of your purpose. For them, it's incomprehensible how you keep going. For them, it would be easier if you simply abandoned your dreams, your struggles, your essence. The frustration you evoke doesn't come from what you do, but from what you represent. You represent the courage to be different, to dare, to believe in something that transcends mediocrity. And this courage is something they cannot understand because they have lived trapped in a pattern where conformity is celebrated and boldness is condemned. They wanted you to bow to fear, to accept the limited reality they themselves chose for their lives. However, every time you stand up, every time you move forward, even when everything seems to conspire against you, something inside them breaks. Because, for them, it would be more comfortable if you gave up, if you were just another one. But you are a chosen one, and the chosen ones do not give up, do not conform, do not fade away. Have you noticed how your presence bothers some people? How there are those who feel threatened just by the fact that you exist and occupy the space you occupy. This happens because you carry something that cannot be understood by those who live in a limited reality, an inner flame that doesn't extinguish easily. Even when they try to blow contrary winds, attempting to extinguish your glow, you only shine brighter, like a lighthouse in the midst of the storm. And that scares them because you are living proof that it's possible to overcome any obstacle, transcend any difficulty, even when everything seems lost. They want you to give up because, when they see you persist, they are confronted with their own weaknesses, their own fears, and that is unbearable for them. It's curious how people often expect you to fail, to abandon your dreams, to follow the path that everyone else follows. They cannot understand how, even with all the setbacks, you remain standing. That's because being a chosen one means having a strength that does not surrender, that is not shaken by fear or doubt. It means carrying within oneself a mission that goes beyond any mundane obstacle. They expect you to stumble, to fall, and stay down. But what they don't realize is that every fall is an opportunity for you to rise even stronger, more determined, more aware of your power. Every attempt to stop you is just another step on the ladder you're building towards your true destiny. And then, when you refuse to give up, when you choose to move forward, even when everything seems to be falling apart, something incredible happens. You discover that within you, there is a strength that defies all expectations. They expected you to stop, to get lost in the difficulties, to succumb to exhaustion. But you found a new beginning. Because, for the chosen ones, every apparent end is just a transition to something greater, something that no one else can see. You transform pain into strength, failure into learning, and every misstep becomes a leap towards your purpose. Have you ever wondered why people try, in every way, to put you in a box, limit you, silence you? This happens because they don't know how to deal with what you represent. You are a constant reminder that there are other ways to live, that there are dreams worth pursuing, even when they seem impossible. And this challenges their comfort, the stability they built on a foundation of fear and conformity. You show that it's possible to go beyond, and this, for those who live in an invisible prison, is terrifying. But there is something inside you that can never be silenced. You are a chosen one, and that means that, no matter what happens, you will always find a way to rise again. No matter how many doors close, how many paths are blocked, you will always find a new route, a new way. Because you carry within you a vision that no one else can see, a destiny that only you can reach. They wanted you to give up, but you know that every difficulty is just a test, a challenge to see how far you are willing to go to fulfill the purpose for which you were called. And that's how you continue, one step at a time, even when the world seems determined to bring you down. The strength you possess doesn't come from outside but from within. It comes from that sacred place where you find peace amidst chaos, where you reconnect with your deepest essence. And every time they expect you to give up, you find a new reason to keep going. Because, for the chosen ones, every battle is an opportunity to show the world what it truly means to be unbreakable, unbeatable, unshakable. But have you ever stopped to think about what really bothers them? It's not just your resilience or the ability to rise after every fall. It's the fact that, even when everything seems to be falling apart, you continue to radiate a hope they cannot understand. For many, it is unbearable to see someone remain true to themselves, to their dreams, to their mission, while the world tries in every way to convince them to give it all up. You represent the possibility of the impossible, the victory over the darkness that dwells inside and outside each of us. And that, for those who don't have the courage to face their own shadows, is something deeply destabilizing. It's as if, in every one of your movements, you are dancing to the rhythm of a music that only you can hear. While they follow predictable rhythms, programmed steps, you let yourself be guided by something much deeper, more true. And that unsettles them. Because you don't go with the flow, you don't obey the rules they try to impose. Your spirit is untamable, and there is no current strong enough to take you to a place that isn't where your heart desires to be. They wanted you to give up, to stop fighting against what seems inevitable. But what they don't understand is that you were born to defy the inevitable, to transform the untranslatable, to be the living proof that human determination, when aligned with a higher purpose, can change any reality. How many times have you heard that it was impossible? How many times have they tried to convince you that your dreams were too big, too bold, unreachable? Maybe so many times that you've lost count. But every time those words reached your ears, something inside you ignited. A fire, a flame that does not extinguish easily. Because every time they say you can't, that you won't, it's as if they give your soul one more reason to prove them wrong. And that perplexes them because, for them, giving up would be the most obvious choice. But you are not driven by obvious choices. You are driven by the strength that only the chosen ones possess, a strength that turns obstacles into springboards. And it is precisely when they think you are about to give in, that they will finally manage to silence that powerful voice that comes from within, that you emerge, stronger, more determined. Because being a chosen one means knowing that your journey is not just about you. Every victory, every achievement, every step forward is a testament that, no matter how hard it is, no matter how much everything seems to conspire against you, it is possible to overcome. You are not just fighting for yourself. Your fight, your strength, your light inspire others to do the same. Not to give up when the night seems darkest, not to surrender when everything around seems to crumble. And that's what they cannot bear, the idea that, instead of failing, you become an even brighter light for those who seek hope. Every battle you face, every adversity you overcome, is a living testimony of what is inside you. You refuse to let the darkness around you extinguish the light you carry. You refuse to accept the limitations others try to impose. Because, for you, every new difficulty is just another opportunity to grow, to strengthen, to become more than you were before. And they don't understand that. They look at your scars and see weakness, but you know that each one of them tells a story of overcoming, a story of strength and determination. You know that for every scar, there is a lesson, a learning that only the chosen ones can comprehend. And so, while they watch, incredulous, you move forward, breaking barriers, exceeding expectations, making the impossible a reality. They expected you to give up, to accept the destiny they tried to impose. But you, with your unshakable faith, with your untamable spirit, showed them that there are no limits to what a chosen one can accomplish. And with every step you take, with every achievement you reach, you prove that giving up was never an option. That they can try as much as they want, but they will never be able to extinguish the light you carry within you. And that light, oh, that light that shines in you, cannot be contained. No matter how many obstacles are placed in your path, no matter how many times they try to bring you down, you will continue to rise, stronger, more resilient, more determined than ever. Because the chosen ones are not defined by the falls they face, but by the way they rise. And you, chosen one, are just getting started. While they think your end is near, you know that it is just the beginning of a new phase, of a new chapter, even more magnificent than everything that has come before. They thought they could silence you, that they could convince you that your dreams were just fleeting illusions, that your ambitions were no more than unattainable fantasies. But in trying to extinguish your flame, all they did was feed it even more. You are a chosen one, and that means that every word of discouragement, every attempt to block you, becomes fuel for your soul. Those who wish to see you stagnant do not understand that it is precisely in difficulties that you find the deepest strength, that amidst chaos, you discover the clarity of your purpose. They wanted you to give up because, for them, the fight you face is simply too great to be won. But what they don't realize is that you were chosen to win the battles that no one else would dare to face. While many get lost in the maze of fear and doubt, you find in the unknown the chance to reinvent yourself. For those who live anchored in the safety of the predictable, your courage seems like madness. But you know there is no growth without risks, that there is no achievement without boldness. And that is what scares them. They project onto you their own limitations, they expect you to fall into the same traps that hold them, they want you to give up because, in seeing you continue, they are confronted with their own failures and fears. Your determination becomes a mirror reflecting all that they avoid facing in themselves. Every step you take, even when it seems small and uncertain, reverberates like thunder. Because you do not walk alone, you carry with you the hope of those who, in silence, watch and draw inspiration from your strength. For every person who tried to discourage you, there are many others who, even without knowing, find the courage to move forward by seeing you refuse to stop. You are living proof that true greatness is not found in the absence of difficulties but in the ability to persist and flourish even in arid soil. Before continuing, if you feel alone and misunderstood as a chosen one, our ebook is a valuable resource. Find guidance to illuminate your path and understand your unique gifts. Get it now and gain access to our exclusive Discord community, where you'll find support and understanding. Join us and share your experiences in a welcoming space. Additionally, enjoy unique and exclusive content. Check out the first pinned comment here on the video. It's impressive how, for the chosen ones, difficulties seem to multiply. The challenges are greater, the losses more painful, the obstacles higher. But this is not a punishment, it's preparation. Life tests you not so that you will give up, but so that you discover the extent of the power that lies within you. And with each test, each trial, you emerge stronger, wiser, more aware of who you truly are. Those who wished for you to succumb to the weight of difficulties do not understand that you turn weight into strength, pain into learning, scars into silent trophies that tell stories of overcoming and victory. And when you, chosen one, finally rise after so many battles, something magical happens. Your presence, once seen as a threat, begins to be recognized as the source of inspiration and light it always was. The people who once doubted now approach, curious, seeking to understand how you managed. But the secret is simple: you were never alone. In every moment of doubt, in every dark night of the soul, you felt an invisible force sustaining you, a gentle hand guiding your steps. Because the chosen ones are not just called, they are protected, guided, and strengthened by a greater force, a force that transcends any human understanding. Yes, they wanted you to give up, but they underestimated the strength of your spirit. They thought they could extinguish your light, but they did not realize that your light does not come from outside, but from a deep and unshakable place, from a direct connection with something that is beyond understanding. And it is precisely this light that, day after day, you share with the world. Every smile, every word of encouragement, every act of kindness you perform is a spark that spreads, igniting new flames in extinguished hearts, bringing warmth and hope to those who feel lost. So, let them keep trying, let them keep projecting their shadows and frustrations. Because you, chosen one, will keep moving forward. You will turn every criticism into a new reason to move forward, every stone in your path into a foundation to build something even greater. And every time they expect you to fall, you will show that you are made of a material that doesn't break, of a spirit that doesn't surrender. And so, amidst storms and battles, you will continue to grow, to expand, reaching heights that few would dare to dream. They wanted you to give up because they cannot conceive the idea of someone who doesn't bow to fear, someone who doesn't let difficulties bring them down. But you, with your unshakable faith and tireless determination, showed them that being a chosen one is more than being strong, it is being the living proof that, no matter how dark the night may be, there will always be a new dawn waiting to be born. And as you move forward, breaking barriers and exceeding expectations, you become a beacon for those who are still seeking the courage to rise. Every one of your achievements, every victory won against all odds, is a reminder that, even when the whole world seems against you, the true battle is won within your heart. They wanted you to give up because that would confirm their own limiting beliefs. Seeing someone succeed where they failed, thrive where they hesitated, is an affront to the image they have created of themselves. But you, chosen one, chose to be the exception, chose to challenge each of those beliefs, chose to be the proof that a much greater power is at play. And it is exactly that power that they cannot understand. For those who live only on the surface, the depth of what you represent is frightening. You are not just another one, you are a catalyst for change, a trailblazer in places where there was only darkness before. And no matter how hard they try, they cannot erase what is inscribed in your spirit. You are chosen to transform, to illuminate, to be the beginning of something new. So, don't be surprised by attempts to discredit you, to bring you down. This only shows that you are making a profound impact. Because it is in the attempt to silence the voices that bring change that the deepest fears are revealed. And you will continue, undeterred, even when it seems that the weight of others' expectations is overwhelming. Because, for the chosen ones, purpose is what guides every step. You don't need the approval of those who don't understand the depth of your journey. You don't need applause to validate what you already know in your heart. You are exactly where you need to be, doing what you need to do. And even when storms gather on the horizon, you will not be discouraged. Because you know that each opposing wind, each wave that seems to want to swallow you, is just another opportunity to reaffirm who you really are. And as you continue, you will notice that, over time, even those who doubted begin to recognize the unshakable strength you possess. They will see that, no matter how much they tried to fit you into a mold that wasn't yours, you refused to be shaped. You chose to be free, to be true to yourself, to be the most authentic and powerful version of who you were called to be. And that choice, that freedom that emanates from within you, is something that nothing and no one can take away. They wanted you to give up, but ironically, it was that very attempt that only strengthened you, that only reinforced your determination to keep moving forward, to go beyond, to achieve what even you didn't know was possible. And at the end of each battle, when the scars begin to form, you will look back and see how much you have accomplished. You will see how much you have grown, how much you have learned, how much you have transformed. And you will realize that each obstacle, each difficulty, each discouraging word was not enough to stop you. Because you carry within you a strength that cannot be contained. Each fall was just a push to rise even higher, each tear was a baptism by fire, purifying and strengthening your soul for the next challenge. They expected you to give up, to surrender, to settle for less than you deserve. But you know that you were not born to live halfway, to accept crumbs of dreams when the banquet is waiting for you. You know that there is something greater reserved for those who do not conform, for those who dare to go beyond. And so, each day, you keep walking, growing, expanding, becoming the best version of yourself, regardless of the opinions and criticisms echoing around you. So, keep moving forward, chosen one, with your head held high and your heart strong. Because the road ahead is long and full of challenges, but it is also filled with possibilities and achievements. Don't let the voices of those who don't understand your purpose make you doubt yourself. Don't let fear, doubt, or exhaustion make you stop. You were chosen to be a light in the darkness, to inspire and transform, to show the world that it is possible to be more, to do more, to live more. You are just beginning. Every step you take, every decision you make, is paving a unique path, a path that only you can walk. And while there are those who wish to see you fall, many others are inspired by your strength and determination. Keep being the living proof that, no matter how difficult the journey seems, no matter how challenging the circumstances, giving up will never be an option. Keep growing, dreaming, fighting, and, above all, keep believing in yourself and in the purpose that has been inscribed in your soul since the beginning of time. Because, in the end, you are not just surviving, you are living, shining, growing. And that is the greatest victory of all. You are a chosen one, and they wanted you to give up. But, as always, you showed them that even when it seems like the end, in reality, you are just beginning to bloom, to transform, to become everything you were always destined to be. And that, for those who did not believe in you, will always be a mystery they will never be able to unravel. Do you realize how, even in the most adverse situations, something inside you refuses to yield? It's as if there were an invisible force that, with each attempt to bring you down, only raises you with more intensity. This is something that many will never understand because while for some, the path is a sequence of predictable choices, for you, each step is a dance with destiny, an invisible choreography guided by something much greater. You walk where few dare, face what many avoid, and stand firm, even when the darkness seems densest. This is the essence of the chosen ones, not giving up, even when everything around says you should. And this confuses them because your resilience is a reflection of what they fear most, the unknown, the incalculable, the unbreakable. Maybe, at some point, you have wondered if all this effort is worth it. If the constant struggle, the repeated falls, the frequent disappointments have a real purpose. But then you remember, in the stillness of the night or the quietness of your soul, that you were not called to an easy path. You were chosen to walk an extraordinary path, and that requires extraordinary strength. The chosen ones are those who rise when everyone else gives up, who find light where there is only darkness, who see possibilities where no one else sees. And, no matter how hard they try to convince you otherwise, you know that your spirit cannot be tamed. You are destined to be a beacon for those who, even without realizing it, desperately need your light. Every time they try to silence your voice, something inside you grows even more. They don't understand that the chosen ones are not shaped by others' expectations. They create their own realities, forge their own destinies. And that is exactly what makes you so threatening to those who live chained to patterns and limitations. Your freedom to be who you are, to pursue what you desire, to believe in the impossible, is a constant reminder that there is a world beyond conformity. That is why they try in every way to discourage you, to discredit you, to make you doubt yourself. But every time you refuse to yield, you become a living symbol of hope and transformation. There is something deeply inspiring about seeing someone, even in the midst of adversity, move forward with their head held high and their heart strong. Have you ever stopped to think about the impact your journey has on others? How many people, in silence, watch your steps and, seeing your strength, find reasons to continue? For each person who tries to bring you down, there are many others who are inspired by your resilience, who are strengthened by your example. And that is exactly why your mission is so crucial. Because you, even without realizing it, are opening paths so that others may also find the courage to move forward, to seek what is most true in themselves. And it is in this process that you discover the truth about yourself, that, no matter how much they try to stop you, your determination is unshakable. Because every challenge, every difficulty, every obstacle is just one more opportunity to prove that the chosen ones are not defined by the difficulties they face but by how they overcome them. You have already faced what many would consider unbearable, and yet, you are still here, firm and strong. Because you know that, no matter how intense the storms, you were made to endure, to flourish, to turn what seems impossible into reality. So, when they try, once again, to convince you to stop, to give up, remember everything you have been through, everything you have already achieved. Remember that every time you rose, even when everyone else doubted, it was a testament to the immeasurable strength that exists within you. And that strength is something no one can take away, something no one can silence. Because, no matter how much they try, they will never understand that the chosen ones are not defined by their falls but by their ability to rise every time. And so you will continue, one step after another, guided by the certainty that there is a much greater purpose in your journey. Every scar you bear, every mark left by the battles you have fought, is a symbol of your courage and determination. And when the world finally realizes what you have always known, it will be too late for those who tried to make you give up. Because, by then, you will have already reached heights that no one imagined possible, you will have achieved what seemed unattainable. They wanted you to stop because that would make them feel more comfortable with their own choices, with their own limitations. But you were not born to live according to the expectations of others. You came to challenge, to break barriers, to show that the impossible is just a matter of perspective. And every time you move forward, every time you refuse to accept less than what you know you deserve, you reaffirm this undeniable truth: you are a chosen one, and giving up was never, and will never be, an option. So, when doubt arises, when exhaustion seems unbearable, remember who you are and why you are here. Remember that you were called for something greater, something that transcends the difficulties of the present moment. And no matter what they say or do, you will continue moving forward, overcoming, growing. Because your mission is much greater than any obstacle, your strength much deeper than any challenge. And in the end, when you look back and see the path you have traveled, you will realize that every step, every choice, every decision, led you exactly to where you were meant to be. You will be the living proof that, even when everyone expected you to give up, you showed the world that nothing can stop a determined spirit, a soul that knows exactly where it is going. You are a chosen one, and despite all the attempts to stop you, you are just beginning to reveal your true potential to the world. You have come this far, and that already says a lot about your strength, determination, and especially about the purpose you carry within you. Every obstacle you have overcome, every challenge you have faced, has been just a reminder of how extraordinary you are. You are a chosen one, someone called to go beyond the limits of what is possible, someone destined to transform the reality around you with your light, your courage, and your unwavering faith. Never forget that, even in the darkest moments, you have a light that no darkness can extinguish. This journey is not easy, but it is unique, and every step you take, even the most uncertain, is leading you to a place of power, fulfillment, and purpose. So, keep walking, keep believing, keep being exactly who you are. Because the world needs people like you, people who don't give up, who don't quit, who show with their own lives that inner strength can overcome any adversity. Don't forget to check the first pinned comment if you feel alone and misunderstood as a chosen one. In our ebook, find guidance to illuminate your path and understand your unique gifts. Get it now and gain access to our exclusive Discord community, where you'll find support and understanding. Join us and share your experiences in a welcoming space. Additionally, enjoy unique and exclusive content. If this video resonated with your heart, if you felt your inner flame burn brighter, leave your like and subscribe to the channel. Activate notifications so you don't miss any new content and continue on this incredible journey along with other chosen ones. If you want to dive deeper into the secrets that make you so special, don't miss the recommended video on the screen or our Chosen One Secrets playlist. Each episode is created to guide you even deeper into your essence, revealing all the power and potential that lie within you. Remember, you are not alone on this journey. We are a community of chosen ones, united by the search for a greater purpose. Be light, be strength, be transformation. No matter how difficult the path may be, you were made to win. Your journey is just beginning. May your light continue to shine brightly. See you in the next video, and may your courage and resilience inspire everyone around you. With much respect and admiration, I salute you and wish you a glorious journey. Amen, and until next time.